Now then guys, hope you're all well. Welcome back to my channel. And as you can tell by the title of today's video, we're actually going to start looking at a new park series. This was something that kind of started as just a bit of a break from my other series, which is the London Resort. So if you've not checked those videos out, yeah, please feel free to do so. So that series is me doing a kind of a pre-creation of a cancelled theme park project here in the UK. And yeah, I'm quite far on with that. I've done a bit more work since, and I need to get another update video out. But whilst I was struggling with a bit of inspiration a few weeks ago, I started I just started a blank model, and I was doing a few little test builds and things, and then I saw the news about the American Heartland Park. Tipped to be built in Oklahoma. I think they'd actually start some groundwork on it. A project that's seemed, quite far along. A lot of concept art. And yeah, it kind of got me inspired because I had been thinking about possibly doing a build of This Is America, another cancelled project, and that's maybe something I will still look at in the future. But yeah, the news about American Heartland got me interested because this park I've been kind of, I've been checking in on it and its updates, and it's a really interesting project. This park, maybe it will come to light one day. But it's certainly, from looking at the plans, that I think the developers had some really unique ideas on theme park traditions and things you typically see in theme parks. And yeah, it kind of got me. It kind of got me interested again, and I thought, I might just start having a little bit of a play at my version of that park. Carry it on. I don't want to be the guy that just does theme parks that were never built, but I'm kind of I've kind of been inspired, and I started having a bit of a play with just with the entrance plaza to start with. Again, kind of unique looking with these with these towers around around a central plaza, and I didn't know when to stop, and I've carried on building, and it's got to the point now where I'm kind of, I think this could be a really interesting series. So I want to kind of share with you guys where I've currently got to, and if it's something that interests people, I might continue with these videos and create a series out of it. If you're not familiar with the American Heartland project, it's a full-scale theme park. A huge theme park that was planned for Oklahoma. It's currently on pause. It sounds like it may never come to reality now. As I say, I think there's lawsuits and things going on. You can check it out online. It's a pretty cool design for a park. Really interesting rides and lands, and I'm going to do a pretty faithful build of that park. There's certain things that are going to have my own spin on it. There's things that the game possibly, there's limits to what we can do still. So for that reason, there's going to be some changes in areas, but where I can, I'm going to keep it pretty faithful to the plans. So at the minute, I've not done kind of any parking lots and infrastructure. I've literally started with the plaza, and yeah, some of the concepts had a big American map on this central area. I'm still deciding whether to put that in or do something of my own design there. But yeah, these kind of towers are all kind of based on concept art, and then there's a couple of kiosks here. I'm guessing these will have been like guest services, fast track tickets, things like that. And then you kind of walk under a series of bridges and the main sign, which I'm not the one for custom signs. I've really not got patience for it. But I persevered with this one. Now, one of the interesting things about this park was that the main transport ride, it appeared to be some kind of literally some kind of car transport ride on single tracks, going in opposite directions. For obvious reasons with the transport rides we've got in game, I am going to change that up, and I'm going with the train. So I'll keep the two loops. And again, I think it looks kind of cool to have the the trains passing under beneath the sign. This I've kept this in because again, it is what's in the concept art. This is very unrealistic, but let's just go with it. And obviously, I need to design in the structure of this bridge. But yeah, just go with my guys on the the steam train going over this hill. I kind of like. I like the shadows and things that this sign's creating. It's kind of cool that. So yeah, you as a visitor, you would walk under these bridges. There's a pretty cool covered entrance here. I need to build in some of the structure left and right. It's not very clear from some of the videos and plans what really goes here. Certainly I've seen a few bits now where there's a kind of like a mid-century garage here, so that's something I'm going to be looking to put in, but certainly kind of the sight lines will be blocked left and right, and then you're straight into kind of this park's version of a main street. So it's very much kind of mid-century 50s 60s vibe going on with a lot of the architecture. Again, looking at the plans, some really unique buildings. So it's been fun. Those of you that have watched my other videos, you'll know that I do get distracted easily, and I start one bit and then I move on to another. And I never really get something finished. So I am trying to be more strict. Trying to be more strict with my approach to building. So I'm trying to get elements done before I move on. I'm kind of happy with how this is turning out. I have got to go back and I've got to figure out what goes in all these stores. For the time being, I've kind of kept it faithful to the concept art. So the building facades were very much the kind of thing you'd see on a typical main street. So there's like a drugstore, groceries. There's a couple of restaurants. There's a fire station further around. You kind of as I say, you walk through and into it. I am trying to do some cool stuff with the billboards. So yeah, I figured out if you take a screenshot and then of the wall texture and then take that into Photoshop, you can start doing some cool effects to achieve kind of this rustic, weathered, pasted on billboards. So yeah, I'm really happy with how that's turned out. I'm going to do a bit more of that when it comes to detail on this street. So yeah, like I say, I am going to come back and figure out what goes where. Some of these stores, they're just facades, and in reality there'll be different things inside, restaurants, gift shops, that sort of thing. But I'm happy with how it's turning out. And the view back as well is cool with this huge structure. It's cool, and seeing the trains in the background as well. And then you kind of come down this first section and you're immediately into this big square. So this will be fully enclosed with buildings. This is just as far as I've got for the time being. I have kind of plotted out the length of the main street. So this point here is where the lake starts. So I've kind of figured out how much room I'm going to need back to front. And yeah, so as I say, all this will be surrounded by buildings. It's a fully kind of Disney-esque main street. So the right here, this is cinema show building. Again, I've changed up a few things. I've kind of taken the basic structure and position from the American Heartland plans, done my own spin on it in terms of kind of signage and a few details. Again, I'm playing around with the billboards to kind of create this kind of weathered effect for the billboard. So yeah, I'm super happy with how that's all looking. And then here we've got a backstage gate. So this, I'm presuming, for service vehicles, for potential parade vehicles. And then one thing, so some of the artwork has got kind of a big bandstand kind of gazebo structure. Other artwork that looks a bit more finished has the replica of the Liberty Bell. I'm kind of going with that at the minute because I kind of want to keep end-to-end sight lines, and I think this is going to be a better way of achieving that. And yeah, I need to go in and add in some statues and decoration in here. But kind of happy with how this square has turned out. On this side, we've got a fire station. I need to do a bit more detail on that. This kind of more Art Deco building. I'm not kind of sure what this would be. It's not very clear from the plans, but this is pretty faithful to what's on the concept art. And then in this gap here, there's going to be like a town hall building, and then there's this is just a series of other like restaurant buildings, all the different styles. It's quite an interesting mix of different like buildings through the ages. There's as I say, there's a lot of mid-century architecture. There's also some some kind of 19th century buildings. There's some turn of the century buildings. So it's going to be quite cool when this is all finished. And yeah, it's quite a long main street actually. It's quite, you know, for a newish, for a completely new park. It's interesting that the kind of scale that the developers were planning on building. You know, there's quite a lot of ambition in this park, and you know, as I continue with this series, you'll begin to see that. But yeah, I just need to. I want to get the rest of these buildings in, and then I can start figuring out kind of the backstage areas and the service roads. I want this to be similar to the London resort project. I want this to be fairly realistic. So yeah, I want to put a lot of detailing in. I want to, try and figure out a lot of the real world practicality. So yeah, things like service roads and access and backstage areas, staff areas. I want to work all that in. But yeah, I want to get this kind of main street finished and then straight into building some rides. As much, I genuinely really enjoyed doing all these buildings, and I don't know if it's because there's a lot of reference images to go off, or if it's because a lot of the buildings are so different. But I really got into my groove with this, and but yeah, I do want to get on to building some rides. So yeah, that's about it for where we are. As I say, I'm planning to carry on with this project. I feel like I'm on a bit of a roll with it. So I'll keep you guys posted on how it comes together. It'd be great to get your thoughts and feedback, and you know, let me know if this is something you'd be interested in seeing in terms of how it progresses. But yeah, I will see you guys all in the next video. Stay safe.